ribs and tips on the menu today.
What you want to do is you want to feel for that membrane. Feel for that space between the two bones. Not a membrane, but it's a piece of meat. And so that's where you want to cut at, right between there. And you're gonna get a nice straight cut every time. So I'm gonna cut some of this fat off, but here's my tips. So I want you to see, but the butcher already scored the tips for me though. But if he doesn't, then you know, there's a way to find the bone in the tips and cut it too. I just don't have any tips with a bone right now to show you, but I will. I just looked up on this package already where the butcher had taken care of it. So, all right. So we're gonna fry ribs, and then we're gonna fry rib tips. So we'll see. Both of these boneless, they feel like it. He scored them when they boneless. Does that make any sense? No, I could have cut them myself. I could have cut them myself. I feel like this might have some type of bone in it, so you want to do the same thing I just said with those ribs. It's a gristle in here, and there's a bone. So you gotta know when it's gristle. That's why I use my meat cleaver. See, that's gristle. I just cut through. But sometimes you'll get those big rib tips with that big bone, and it's hard to tell whether it's a bone or a gristle. So that's where your finger work gonna come in handy, where you're gonna dig down into your rib like that, and you're gonna figure out if it's a bone or a gristle. Not hard. Not hard at all. These three, I'm going to try to make this into two. That's a gristle I'm cutting down into, just so I can have one big one. So now, all right, I'm going to wash these and come right back and season them.
I'm back. They've been washed. So what you want to do now is you want to get them all out on some wax paper or something where you can season them. You don't have to worry about it staining or just making a big mess. So you want to get them all spread out somewhere. Make sure you pick your little fat off there that you don't want on there, but of course I'm leaving it on there. First thing I'm going to put on is some unseasoned meat tenderizer. Please do not use seasoned meat tenderizer. It is going to make your meat very, very salty. It's a Sazon seasoning packets. What you want to do is you want to get, I used 2 of them because of the amount of ribs. I used a whole slab of ribs and then a whole 2 pieces of tips. So you want to make sure you get it rubbed all over that meat evenly. All of your meat should be this color. All right, good enough. I'm going to wash my hands off a little bit because that red kind of stains a little bit. All right, seasoned salt. Just have some seasoned salt on here. Garlic powder. I kind of eyeball it here too, so I want to let you know I eyeball it when I'm seasoning meat. Okay, onion powder. You want to get it all mixed up on there really, really well. All right. Separate them again. Just want to make sure that seasoning is coated all over all of your ribs. And that's it for the seasoning part of it. We'll move on now. So you see it in a plastic bag because it's the next day now. What I did was I separated. I'm only going to cook half of them. So I saved half of them. I put them in the refrigerator overnight. So I kind of let the seasoning just get all down into my ribs. And so make sure you season your flour here. I eyeballed it, so I can't tell you. It's probably about a tablespoon of seasoned salt put into the flour. I just don't want to use plain flour on the outside of the ribs, but I don't want to put too much seasoning either. So it's about a tablespoon, and that's probably about 2 cups of flour. I just don't need that much for these ribs. So I'm going to do like 6 of the ribs, and then I did half of the rib tips, so it's not that many. It's not that many of us eating, so yeah, want to get your ribs down in this flour. They smell so good. Of course they do. Of course they do. All right, get them down in here. We're good to go. All right, so I put them all in there. Just wanted to wash my hands off really quickly. So now I'm going to get them coated very well with the flour. So shake, 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 shake. Give those arms a little exercise today. Shake, shake, shake. Make sure your ribs and the tips are well coated with that flour. Don't want any spaces left on there where you didn't get flour on there. You want to get them all over. All right, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. That's my arm workout for the day. So that's it. Ha! That's enough. That's my exercise for the day. Believe me when I tell you that. All right, so the oil is on and it's hot, and guess what? We're getting our ribs in. So they probably take about as long as chicken. So what happens when I get this, when I got this oil really, really hot, then I put it down on a medium heat because I want to cook these ribs. I don't want them to be tough when they come out, and I don't want them to burn either. And so to be honest with you, before I made them, and I put a hickory seasoning on them before, and they turned really, really, really dark. I want them a golden brown, so I had to do a redo with this one without the hickory seasoning on them. Because you know, anything with a little sugar in it is going to make your meat a little dark. So here we've been frying for a while, so I just want to show you the progression as we go on. I'm going to fry these. Now I fried them a little longer than chicken because I'll go anywhere between 15 and 20 minutes with those. I just want to watch them. I want to make sure they don't burn, but that's why I have them down on a medium heat. So I want to make sure they're tender when I take them off. Those are out now. The tips are going in. Alright, so naturally these are boneless tips, but you still want to be careful that you cook these boneless tips probably for about 10 to 12 minutes, and the reason why, you don't want them overly crispy unless you are going to toss them in some barbecue sauce or something. But if you're not, and you're going to keep them plain and you're going to dip them or something, then you don't want to cook them where they're crispy. So you want to make sure that they're actually fried a nice golden brown, but they're not too hard to bite on. So be careful when you're doing this part of it. So you want to watch it. You want to get all of your tips in. You want to make sure. All right, because I'm checking my flour now. I'm trying to make sure I didn't leave any in the bottom of the bag. Because I want them to all get ready around the same time. So frying these ribs and frying the tips, they're about as easy as frying chicken or fish. So don't be daunted by it. All right, this is good. This is good. So I'm going to show you what happens after they've been frying for a while. All right, see? Get them a nice golden brown. All right, so now we're going to take these out too. All right, these are so good. And don't forget, if you want to toss them in some kind of sauce, you can do that too. You can coat them in a sauce. Oh, they're absolutely delicious. All right, so I'm just plating right now. I'm just going to put a little parsley on the top to show you what I did to plate it. And here's the finished product. Fried ribs and tips. Look at that. They look delicious. Thank you for watching again. See y'all next time. Appreciate y'all spending this time with me. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, share, and by all means leave a comment. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time. Bye.